it weren't for camp, I would never know what I was capable of.
If it weren't for camp, I would not love the outdoors.
If it weren't for camp, I wouldn't have my best friends and I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
If it weren't for camp, I wouldn't have known how far I can actually push myself, and I wouldn't have not been able to grow this much in a summer or do this much in a summer.
If it weren't for camp, I wouldn't be so confident.
It's changed me because it's challenged me to be better than I was, and it's challenged me to get closer to God.
Kohahna has 7 Kohahna qualities known as the K qualities, and those are leadership, initiative, joyfulness, persistence, sportsmanship, orderliness, and graciousness. Each camper learns very specifically what these qualities mean and what they are, and then how they can apply them and help others apply them in their own lives. Specifically, Kohahna really punches out the concepts of leadership.
We're seeking to develop the whole man at Camp Leelanau, and that's a big part. You know, we do athletics, we do water sports, we do wilderness trips, we also do the arts. You know, we express our competence in all of these areas. One of my biggest rules when people say, hey, what about this for a program idea? I say, is it something that they cannot do at home? Is it something that they would not otherwise have the opportunity to do?
I love the atmosphere because everyone is always so spiritual and supportive.
I learned a whole bunch of new things in Christian Science that I thought were phenomenal.
I really like all the support and stuff that everyone here gives. And I really like all the opportunities here that you don't have at home.
My favorite part of camp is definitely the growth I experienced.
Campers have a lot of growth that they exhibit over the summer. They have different dynamics in their leadership style, and they grow a lot as Christian Scientists. Each morning we have 30 minutes of quiet time, which is a designated time where we can learn about the Christian Science lesson or other topics in Christian Science. So I've seen campers, throughout the summer, go from seeing Christian Science as merely a healing practice to seeing it as a way of life.
One of the things that I really appreciate is the opportunities that they get in an environment that is so encouraging. That's huge. And then the support of people who say, yes, you can, is so encouraging to them, to all of the children that are here.
The number one thing you mostly learn about is leadership and sportsmanship, because everything you do is a competition, but not for the sake of winning. It's for helping each other out, bringing them higher in their standards and everything. And leadership, it doesn't matter if you're one of the youngest guys, you still can speak up. Leadership's the big thing I've really got out of camp.
I've been in the situation where I was gonna play football and have football camp during the summer because you get that intense training that most kids want out of it. But Leelanau especially is a better building experience, and at the same time we can cater to those needs. There's the land sports program, which has speed and agility 7th week, and every week has a fitness portion that goes along with the different sports that we play. At the same time, there are plenty of afternoon activities that we take out that work with with different sports. And being in this environment, you're moving all the time and getting into better fitness overall. And that's one of those things that camp does, and it's better than going to a sports camp, definitely.
I'm a dancer, and I have had that situation every single year if I should go dance and train like I'm supposed to, or if I should come to camp and do the camp things, and I've always chosen to come to camp because the growth that I experience here as a person will take me so much farther than any dance training. And every year I've worked with the idea that when I'm learning about God and learning about good, there's nothing bad that can come from that. And so I've come back to dance every year renewed and even better than I was before. Even though everyone else had been training and I wasn't, I've never fallen behind. I've always been where the other girls have been. So it's definitely worth coming to camp because it's the growth that will last for your entire life.
One of the things, about being a good athlete, there's a lot more to it than just the hard skills of being in that sport. I've learned to rely on God, and not rely on the weight room or the exercises, but using God to push me to have excellence in my sporting events.
The most incredible part is that she's around the counselors and the older girls and seeing the expressions of womanhood that are so pure and uplifted here that she doesn't have a view of that a lot. I mean, she looks at us, but we're just her parents. And to be surrounded by these incredible young women and their example is just amazing.
We really like the fact that there doesn't seem like there's a separation between the older kids and the younger kids, that they all do so much as a camp together. I mean, there are some times when the younger kids will do things by themselves and the older kids will do some things, but you also get this sense that they really do get to do a lot together, where they're all really getting to know each other, and that's fun. Joshua's an only child, so this is a time when he gets that sense of what it would be like to have older and younger siblings.
It's great for them to be with same-age peers, but almost even better is for them to be around people who are a little bit older, who are also Christian Scientists, that provide that crucial role model that you want for your kids a few years down the road, to envision themselves, oh, there's a practicing Christian Scientist who's in high school or college or out of college.
Definitely in my hometown, I did not have the type of role models that were Christian Scientists that I did at camp, and seeing their strength and their integrity, and being amazing role models to me have been a huge influence in my life.
You learn how to take what the Bible says and what Mary Baker Eddy says and put that into your life, and that's the best thing, and it teaches you how to pray.
I have a notepad and I write down everything I learned from quiet time, from council fire, and it gets filled up at the end of the summer. And the whole year I just read the quotes, I put them on my wall, just all these new aspects and ideas about Christian Science and just being a young woman that I get here, and it's so cool because I learned so much, and it's just the best place ever.
It's a deep dive into Christian Science and their development, and it's an opportunity to do all that character building and character development. They're learning how to live with other kids and other people, and they're getting so much out of this, and that can't help but carry through into the other activities and things they're into through their lives. It makes them a rounded person.
They connect everything they do to Christian Science, and that's what I love. They always do it from a foundation of Christian Science, and the kids learn to think that way. We always start from the basis that God is all. I just know Christian Science is woven all throughout their experience here.
Having family camp, I think, is great because it introduces the children then to the camp experience and the place, of course.
And
so
parents who hadn't gone.
Right, yeah, and so that I think helps for other parents as well, having that opportunity to bring their families here and then introducing their children to the camp as well.
Christian Science is the foundation, and we've had families come back that said, we just love the quality of counselors and the quality of the families that come and connect with each other, and really it's a true expression of spirit and of love. These connections with these people, to be able to share how parenting works, through Christian Science with each other, and you've never met each other before. And so that comes through, and it's just a natural expression of good.
None of us really want to act like grown-ups, but we are forced to, and it's fun to see at the beginning of the week, people are a little bit more rigid and more reserved, and by the end of the week, you can see they've sort of been wrung out and they've just are relaxed, and you can see their childlikeness really come out, because that's really how everybody wants to act. That's how we were made anyway, and it happens so quickly in just that span of a week. It's pretty special.
They are the ones that want to come back year after year, and during the winter they talk about coming to camp and going on the big blue bus and talking about some friends that they know. And so they have talked about wanting to come when they are a little bit older to summer camp. And I think it's a great place to get your family ready, and they do all the activities and see what it's all about, so when they come on their own, it's not a new environment.
It's a great opportunity for the campers who have been to summer camp to show their family what they've excelled at. The family gets to be able to build their own memories together as a group.
And you go to sleep and you hear the waves, and then you have the counselors come and sing you a hymn goodnight. Oh, who's gonna do that for me at home?
I might.
Okay. Okay.
The best gift you could give your child is a gift of coming to camp and learning about their self-worth, their value, how loved they are, not just by you as parents, but by this greater community of thoughtful, intelligent, thriving spiritual thinkers who want to be part of their life, who want to encourage and support them, help them develop in their fun skills and activities here at camp, but also in their sense of themselves, their proper sense as a child of God.
Camp is a great sense of family. The older girls look out for the younger girls, and the younger girls look up to the older girls, and so it's just a great atmosphere.
And it's so important that we are developing well-rounded individuals. Bringing your best in everything you do is very, very important, whether that's tennis, archery, drama, woodworking, any kind of arts and crafts or music, whether it's on the waterfront and water skiing or sailing, or whether it's out on the trail and you're fire building, you're lashing, you're backpacking, your leadership. All of those things, we are bringing our absolute best in developing a whole man.
Come to camp because you won't be able to be in a more beautiful place, and you won't be able to be with more beautiful people.
You don't need to be worried that you're not going to make any friends or that you're not going to have any fun, because that's wrong. You're going to have fun and you're going to really make friends.
Coming for any amount of time, at whatever age, even be it a sophomore in high school, you're always welcome at camp. There's no question of whether you'll make friends, because everybody's willing to bring you in and have you as a brother.
It just takes everything that you give them at home and builds on it and goes from there. It's invaluable, and I think every young Christian Scientist deserves the privilege of camp, and this particular experience at Kohahna and Leelanau is just second to none.
This is the greatest place. This is my favorite place every year to go. I think it's the best place, best camp there is, and I would encourage them to come because it's just amazing.